Hey everyone. Today we're going to build a vertical solenoid motor completely from scratch. This project is not only fun, but also a great way to see how electricity turns into motion right in front of your eyes. Let's start with the coil. Take the syringe, remove the plunger, and carefully wind the insulated copper wire around the barrel. Go layer by layer, keeping the winding tight and even. The more turns you make, the stronger the electromagnet will be. Leave a couple of inches of wire free on both ends for the electrical connections. Next is the crankshaft. Bend the thick copper wire into a simple crank shape with a small offset. This offset is what converts the linear motion of the piston into rotation. Now we connect the piston to the crankshaft with a thin rod. As the piston moves, it pulls on the rod, which makes the crankshaft rotate. It's the same basic principle used in car engines. Now for the piston. We're using a rod built from neodymium magnets stacked together. The piston should slide freely inside the syringe without friction. If it sticks, you can sand the inside slightly or adjust the size so the motion stays smooth. This vertical setup makes the piston move straight up and down. Mount the shaft between two wooden supports fixed to the base. To keep everything spinning, we'll add a flywheel. You can cut one out of wood or plastic and attach it directly to the shaft. The flywheel stores momentum, helping the motor get past the so-called dead spots and run smoothly. But here's the crucial part, the breaker. If you just hook up the coil directly to the battery, the piston will pull in once and stay there. To make it run continuously, the coil has to be switched on and off at just the right time. The breaker is simply a contact system. One contact is always sliding along the shaft, while the other is positioned so it only touches at a specific point in the rotation. When they touch, current flows through the coil, the piston is pulled down, the crankshaft turns, then the contacts separate, the current stops, and the piston resets. The cycle repeats over and over, just like the ignition systems in old engines. Once everything is assembled, fix all the parts firmly to the wooden base using screws and hot glue. The coil should stand upright, the piston must move freely, and the crankshaft should rotate without resistance. Adjust the breaker so it makes contact exactly when the piston needs to be pulled in. Now it's time to test. Connect the power supply and watch as the piston moves up and down, the crankshaft spins, and the flywheel builds momentum. You've just built a real working solenoid motor. And the fun doesn't stop here. You can experiment with more turns of wire on the coil for greater strength, try a heavier flywheel for smoother motion, or fine-tune the breaker timing to increase speed. In the end, this isn't just a homemade motor, it's a hands-on lesson in electromagnetism, mechanics, and timing systems. If you enjoyed this build, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want to see me build a more powerful multi-coil version of this motor. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next project.